you're okay. Just when you leave, it's okay. Now it's live.
Hi, everyone out there. I'm KJ's mom. Thanks for all your prayers and love for him. He's improving every day, and he is a great patient. He'll get over 30 staples removed Monday. I could not believe it. Thank the Lord he was wearing a helmet, or I probably wouldn't be here talking. Anyway, Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Mom.
Mwah.
Love you.
Love you.
I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Mom. Thanks. All right, she's shut the door. Can you guys hear me okay? See if you guys can hear me. Did you hear my mom? My mommy? Hey guys, how are you? Yes, that was for real. That's my mom. That's not a hoax. We already got the fake x-ray people, so mods, be ready. We're going to have to block people again tonight. It's going to be pretty crazy. There's a whole slew of these fake x-ray people. It's crazy. But that was my mom. My mom, my nurse, my best friend in this world. I'm back here with my family again in America. And let's see here. Check out the chat, see how you guys are doing. Yeah, get ready, guys. It's going to be a rocky one, man. There's going to be a lot of these idiots with the fake x-ray stuff. It's unbelievable. But not. I mean, that's going to happen. You know, that's just a part of this. It's ridiculous. It's idiotic. It's stupid. But, you know, that's what it is. It's good to be back. It's been a few weeks. And it's been a crazy few weeks, man. Just like 3 weeks ago, I was talking to a friend on the phone that was here in America, and I was still out there in Costa Rica. And I was proclaiming, you know, that Costa Rica is my soul home and that I'm never going to leave, you know, and that was, you know, it's going to be my home forever. And now here we are 3 weeks later, and I'm back living in America again. So there's that. So let me check this out, man. The chat looks like it's acting kind of weird. I don't know why. Let's see here. So let me just make sure you guys can all hear me okay. Make sure we're all good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the new layout is kind of weird. Hey guys, how are you, man? So now I'm just over here in the chat and just taking a look here. Hi everybody. Hey Twitwit, how are you? Joss the Boss, Samuel Castro, nice to see you, sir. Deborah, no, I've got bad news about Rascal. Angelo, what's up, man? Rose, how are you? And thanks, guys. Kyle, how are you, man? Tai Jin, good to see you. Effie, always a pleasure. Kevin. And who else, man? Lexi, April. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Taylor, how you doing, Taylor? There's another one, Oxa OAS. They're just going to keep making these fake channels, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And I'll say that too, guys. I've had a lot of y'all sending me messages on Just Looking for Truth is another one. So mods, be on it, man. We got a lot of people to block and ban. These people have been hard at it. What's crazy is that I'm guessing some people are falling for this idea that this whole thing is fake and I didn't injure myself and all this other stuff. It's unbelievable. But again, it's not. You know, this is the way it is. I've had these people, it's usually the same troll networks, and they make tons of fake accounts, and they'll make videos, and they'll love on each other's videos, and then they'll slam your videos, and this is just the way it is. It's a part of that. But I don't ever get attached to that stuff. Like, I've had people saying, oh, you know, KJ, so-and-so is making videos. It's like, I don't care. I mean, I couldn't care less. I know the truth. I know what's happening in my life. This is real. This happened, and it's been insane. But just be ready. You're going to have a lot of these. There's more. Script Keeper, another one. Good job, mods. You're doing good. And just get ready. I'm sure they tuned up a lot of, and there's another one, Stephen Jodoin. All these fake channels, man. All of them. So they've got them all ready to go for tonight. So just be ready, man. Be ready to block these fools. I don't go watch those stupid videos. I never attach myself to that stuff. It's usually the usual suspects. It's the same people that they don't just do it to me. They do it to other people. I don't read their comments. I block them. It's a part of it. I was trying to explain some of this troll culture to my mom, that there's people who are saying this whole thing's fake, and I made up x-rays and stuff like this. And it's hard to explain that to your mom, at least for me it is, because she just doesn't believe it. She's like, oh, they're just kidding around. It's like, no, they're not, I think most of them know it's BS, but they push that narrative. It's what they're trying to do. But you can't connect with it. You can't attach to it. At least I don't, and for the few people out there, they're going to fall for that kind of stuff, then that's fine. These are people I wouldn't want around anyway in the first place. But a reasonable people that can think clearly, know that this stuff is bogus. It's crazy. So it is what it is. It's a part of it. Like I was telling Mom, that for the kind of things I do on YouTube and everything else, that in a way it's good to have your enemies. If you didn't have people coming against you, you're probably doing something wrong, So that's a part of it. And I've had a huge troll culture after me, and that's just the way it is. We had the hacks a while back with all my social networks, Russian vids, and Zach Hubbard, were in that one, apparently, because they were all over, at least their names were. And there's a lot of different accounts attached to these people and that whole network of people. But I'm not going to make videos about them. I'm not going to engage with battle with these people. It's what they want. I'm focused on my videos, and it's been tough the last few weeks to really get in the mode of making videos, because I'm still in a lot of pain, and my right side, like the shoulder and everything, still really numb. So I'm getting better. Every day is getting better. I'm sleeping better. And this week I'll definitely have more videos coming out, or some videos coming out that I've been working on for quite a while. So let's see what we got. Bill Swindle, what's up, man? Good to see you, Bill. And let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I don't know if I like this new layout of the chat. It seems real buggy. And then there's another one. I'm helping you guys. I told you guys, man, there's going to be a lot of these fake channels coming in and pushing this narrative. So just, block and move on. And a lot of people, I've had some of my friends here on YouTube write me, and they get really mad at these people and want to engage with them. Don't even engage with them. In fact, I would say this to the people making those dumb videos: keep making them. All right, make sure you get my name right. It grows my numbers. I see it on my end. People see these stupid videos, and the mass majority of them, real people that see these things, will come to my channel. They'll see my videos, they'll listen to my shows, and they'll realize I'm real, and they'll see what I'm doing is real and legit. And so I gain fans from this. I gain subscribers from this. So keep making your videos about me faking x-rays and pretending to be injured and stuff like this. Most of us realize it's ridiculous. There's going to be some people that fall for this stuff. I've even had some, like on the video I did with the x-ray from the hospital there, I even had, again, some religious people that claim to be Christians leaving really vicious messages. Now, again, even with that, I cut them loose. You just block them. I had this one lady, and it was a real channel. She looked like a blonde-haired, middle-aged lady, and her message on there for me was, "You are filth." She said, "I am filth." But you go to her channel, and she'd been around for a few years, had videos all about prayers for this, prayers for that. This is a channel for Jesus Christ, she said, but she says, "I'm filth." So you're going to have people that fall for this stuff. You're going to have people that believe this wackadoodle stuff. I can't emotionally get invested in that. You know what I mean? And I just won't. I'm a tough dude. I got thick skin. I've been doing this for a long time, and this isn't the first time I've been attacked on something like this. So as I said, most people who are reasonable and real see through this. 95% of these channels that say all this stuff and do all this, there's nothing there. It's these weird ghost channels that I'm sure are being created by the same little troll network that's not, doesn't just attack me, but attacks all these other people here on YouTube. It's a part of it. And if everybody loved KJ, you know, if everybody loved everything I did and it was all just straight thumbs up all the time and everything else, that'd be an issue. That would be a problem. You know, if we're going to be trying to expose truths and tell the truth about things and all these different ways, we have to expect that there's going to be enemies. We have to expect there's going to be people fighting against you. So that's my attitude. It just comes along with it. It's a part of, you know, it just goes with the territory. It is what it is. And, you know, the numbers are growing. My numbers still grow. I've been down for a few weeks, but the channel's still growing. I topped over 280,000 subs. So it's still moving along. It's fine. It's been killing me to not be able to express myself, to be creative and to get my videos out and all the things I'm seeing. So as I said, I've got little files set aside on all these different things I've been watching. And over this next week, I've got some videos coming out for you guys. So let me jump back over here to the chat and just talk. Tonight, I'm not going to do like an epically long show or anything. You know, we'll see how it goes. I mainly wanted to explain everything to you and tell you what happened and how I got back here to America, because there's a lot to explain. And there's people that I'd emailed over the last few weeks that I was setting up to have on the show. I think I've contacted you all. I know I contacted you all once already. Over this next week, I'll contact you again and I'll get you on the show for next weekend. Next Saturday, we'll have like a show with some guests again and all that. There's also a man on YouTube named Jacob Israel that I've been wanting to get on, and I believe he's interested. He's left a few messages. So Jacob, if you're listening, I'll get in touch with you this week. I'd love to have you on and pick your brain a little bit. I just found your channel not long ago, and I've been liking a lot of the stuff I see there, and I think you'd be fun to have on. So as I said, guys, as we go, you know, it'll be back to normal. Tonight, though, I just wanted to mainly just talk to you guys. Hi, Run to Christ. Good to see you. And just chat. I want to chat with you guys for a bit. T. Kerr. Good to see you, T. Kerr. Got Shua is here. Josh S. is here. Jadester. I love Jadester. All these people, man. It's good to see you. Mika. What's up, Mika? And Jody P. Good to see you, Jody. Philip Pringle. Lee Beasy. Man, we got all the people here. Thanks, guys. It's good to see everybody. Man, I seriously missed you. I missed doing the show. I missed the community. I missed chatting with you guys. So there we go. So we got all that other stuff out of the way. Like I said, with these knuckleheads and these goofballs making these videos. I also had some people contact me. Hi, Melissa. Doc, what's up, Doc? I had some people contact me about Shield of the Sun made a video against me as well. Several of you had contacted me about this, called Shilling for Money or something. I saw it and I was really disappointed, because this is a guy that I'd had on as a guest on Rigged Reality Radio a few years ago. He's one of the few YouTubers for years I've held in regard. I know he's got real gifts and he's done some great videos. But what you did, Miguel Jimenez, Michael Herr, Shield of the Sun, was really backstabby and real two-faced, because, you know, he claims to be this, you know, not even claims. He has great biblical knowledge. He's always talking about his Christianity and everything. But he must have forgot that, you know, if you have an issue with a brother or sister, you approach them in private, one-on-one. So I looked for the emails, I looked for the private messages, and Miguel, you never sent me anything. And then you make this video where you tried to stay ambiguous, but you were basically calling me out. And again, I'm not the only one that saw it, trying to say I'm doing this and I'm shilling for dollars. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. You're the only disappointment I had out of all this. The other people that make these dumb hoax videos, I'm used to it. It's going to happen. But you're somebody I'd held in regard and had respect for. But what you did, that was a real weasel move, you know. And as I said, if you should know this. If you have an issue, you could have written me. You probably still have my phone number, and just talk to me and say, hey, man, this seems weird. You know, what's up? And I would have talked to you about it. But you didn't. You know, you did. You stabbed me right in the back, and you're ambiguous about it, just a little, which is passive aggressive. So I would say this, you know, if you want any respect, at least from me, is Grow a pair of balls and approach me as a man. You should change the title of your videos to KJ Osborne Shills for Dollars, because that's basically what you were trying to say, but you didn't come out and say it. So be a man, stand up. You know, if that's your truth, then you should own it. Otherwise, I see you again as a backstabber, two-faced, and a weasel. And I don't like calling names, but you were a real disappointment. And that's that. Okay, on that. Let's see what else we got here. Let me just jump in here. And hi, Lexi. Hi, Ryan Roberts. How you doing? Gypsy Girls here. And let's see what else. Symbol Seeker. I love you, man. Thank you. Good to see you. And the L. Marie, how are you? Rebecca? I'm going to get started here in a second and just tell you everything that's going on here, all right? And just tell you what happened. What's up, Tito? What's up, Vic? Good to see you. Jay Meeby, how are you? Oh, I also want to say that one of my subs, I think her name's Shauna King or Shauna Hill, I can't remember, but she had commented on my video about the x-rays because I used the word retardation. I was saying that, you know, that the people that were saying this is all a hoax and fake, that it's a retardation I'll never understand. And she kind of launched into the thing, I guess there's someone in her family that's, you know, mentally handicapped and whatever. And I understand that. And that's a part of my vocabulary I work on. It's easy for me to say retarded and retard to some of these people because that's the way I see it. But I certainly don't mean it in that sense for the people who are born with issues or whatever. I mean people who have all their functions, but they choose to be retarded, if that makes any sense. But anyway, Shauna, really, I'm sorry about that, sincerely. I didn't really think that offend many, but then again, I wasn't thinking, and I get it. I know there's people in many of your lives out there that have these real issues. So I didn't mean any kind of a slam on those kind of people, okay? I'm just kind of, I'm just saying that's, you know, that's how I feel. These people are being retarded, you know, in that sense, but I'll watch that from here on out, okay? I promise you that. Gosh, where to start? Let me grab a quick drink. Hold on one second here. Kim BREDE, can we get rid of that person, please? Kim BREDE. Thanks, guys. Thanks, mods. Again, thanks, mods. Be ready. You're going to have a lot of these fake accounts that are going to be coming at us, and that's just the way it's going to be tonight. It's going to be a little wacky. Thanks, Effie. Effie, I got your text. Sorry I didn't get back in touch. In the process of all this, I even lost my iPhone out there, but I recently got a replacement, and I kept my old number and everything, so I'll try to hit you up another time, and we'll chat, okay? Harold, good to see you, man. Mindy, good to see you. Hope you're cool with this, guys. We're just going to keep it real smooth and laid back tonight like this, okay? I mainly just want to say hi to everybody and give you an update of what's going on. And Tonti, hi, Tonti. Elise, what's up, Elise? Matt K's a troll, Jake says. Cool, get rid of his butt. There's going to be some, I'm telling you, man. This is going to be a pretty active one. So far it has been. It'll be pretty active. Guys, also thank you for the prayers. Thank you so much for all the prayers. This has been insane. This whole process has been really, really crazy. I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. We'll start from the beginning, and then I'll get you to where I am right now. Hi, Victoria Bell. How you doing? Hold on one second, guys. Knit Diver, I don't need to raise that money. Here's what's going to happen. This is why, let me just explain everything. So I was living in Central America. Most of you know this. I was in Costa Rica, and I was there for a couple years, and I had a motorbike. And just a few weeks ago, I guess it was like the 23rd of December is when the accident happened. But I had a friend that was in town, and they were having a little get together, and girlfriend was over there. My girlfriend was over there. So I wanted to go visit and see everybody. And they went to bed pretty early because most of the people there have babies. They had children, okay? So I rode my bike over there, hung out for a bit, and it was in a town called Colón, Ciudad de Colón. And it was literally up the side of a mountain. It's like this winding road that kind of comes down the side of a mountain, and I had to go up it first to get up to their place. So I went up there, hung out for a while, and around 9:30 at night, I left. So I'm coming back down the mountain, and it was at night. Now, I normally wouldn't ride my bike at night. Costa Rica is a developing nation. You know, I don't even like to call it a third world country. It's more of a developing nation. and they need to develop their roads, okay, and their street, because there's big chug holes and they're just rocky roads. And so I'm coming down this road on the mountain, and the light that I had on the bike didn't even shine out that far. So next thing I know, I was about to hit, it should have taken a turn, but I was about to hit into a ditch right there on the side of the mountain. So I kind of freaked out. I hit both of my brakes at the same time, and I just went right over the side of the bike, kind of over to the right side, and landed on my right side, like on my right chest, and I slid on the ground. I had my helmet on, luckily, and the bike was toppled over and everything. So man, it just happened fast. It happened so fast. So I was there and I was winded. And I remember I just kept going, like I was just hurting, it hurt. But I fought through it, because this is, again, I've been out there for a couple of years, but this is a different country. It's a totally different country. I don't know all the rules and this and that or whatever. I didn't want to deal with police. I didn't want to deal with whatever. I didn't want to be laying on the road for much longer. I just got up. I toughed through it. I picked up the bike. And me, when things like that will happen, I just kind of, I don't focus on what the damage is or what happened. I just kind of figured, well, I fell over on the bike, and whatever, but I was winded. So I got on the bike, I started it up again, and I finished down the hill, and I went all the way to my house, and it was only a couple miles away. I got back to my place, went in, and again, I'm just like, and walking around in there kind of dazed, took the helmet off, and it was a wreck. It was all messed up. And then I just started laying around and trying to find places that were comfortable. I was really hurting. So that night I really didn't get much sleep. It was kind of like an hour or so here, then I'd wake up for 30 minutes and then another 20 minutes and wake up for an hour, and it was just off and on. So I was kind of going through that process, and then the next day came, and I'm still kind of walking around the house, and I looked at my shoulder, and it was slumped, just on my side, and there was a lot of bruising and stuff there, but I figured I just kind of hurt myself, maybe I bruised something, and it's not that big a deal, and I just kind of didn't think about it. And I was a medic in the military. I was active duty Coast Guard for 8 years, and 4 years of that I was a medic, and I think that made me just not want to go to the hospital. Like after I was a medic for 4 years, it just made me I didn't ever want to go to the hospital for things. I just, I figured I'd be okay, and I didn't want to deal with it. So I figured I'd just kind of, bruised myself or something or whatever, and I could tough through it. So it was a long day that next day, but I made it through. That next night, it was the same thing, kind of sleeping off and on, still hurting, getting up, whatever. So it'd been a couple days at this point, and I needed my friend to come pick me up to take me to the grocery store. So I called him. He came over with his truck, and as soon as he opened the door and looked at me, his mouth like dropped down. He's just like, dude. I was like, what? He goes, you look terrible, man. And he said, my arm was like kind of purple because the circulation was getting cut off. My breathing had been getting worse over that 24 to 48 hours. He said, you look like you can't even move your right arm. And I was like, I can't. It's just bruised. And I was like, probably just bruised a bone or whatever. He goes, no, dude. He goes, it looks like something's sticking out a little bit there. You really need to go to the hospital. I was like, we'll see, maybe a little later, So we went to the grocery store. I picked up some groceries. We got back to the house. He helped me unload everything. And then he left. He had stuff to do. And he was just telling me, you need to, I can take you. He was saying all this other stuff. I was like, it's okay. I'll be all right. Anyway, after he left, man, as I moved around the house a little bit, I just kept getting winded. I was like, I was breathing just, real shallow, and it's just getting worse. And the pain in my arm was just, it was numb, and occasionally little sharp pains here and there. So I knew something was going on. So I pulled out my phone and I used the Google Translate, and I just said, call me an ambulance. I'm having trouble breathing. And I had a couple people that lived on the property next to me. So I walked over to my neighbor's house and I showed them the phone, and they immediately called the ambulance. The couple I talked to was an old retired Costa Rican couple, but they had a granddaughter who's 16. Her name's Anna, and she could speak English as well as Espanol. So Anna walked back with me over to my place, and I just laid on the couch, just breathing, and I was really thirsty too. So I kept drinking a lot of water, and she waited there with me. So the ambulance shows up, and it's just one guy, and he comes into my place. He puts one of those little things on my finger, to test the pulse or whatever it is. He clips it on my finger. He's sitting there looking at me, asking questions, and I'm telling her the answers, and she's kind of our translator. And after like 5 minutes, he says, well, he looks like he's breathing fine, And so the guy just takes the clip off, and he says that he doesn't need to take me in at that time or something. And he just leaves. And I look at her like, did that just happen? And she said, our ambulance services out here are SHIT. She said, they're terrible. I was like, well, then can I get a ride to a hospital, you know? And she's like, of course. So we called, and all these people are related. So she called the landlord, the people that own the place I was in. And he showed up with his daughter, and his daughter's name is Rebecca. And Rebecca could speak English as well. So him and Rebecca came, they picked me up, and they took me to an urgent care clinic in the town I was in. And they said I needed more care than what they were able to do. They looked me over and, you know, checked out a few things, but they said I should probably go to an actual hospital. So then I climbed back in their car in the back, laid in the back seat, and these people drove me to an actual hospital. And we went into urgent care or emergency in Costa Rica at this real big hospital. And I'm in a wheelchair at this point. I'm completely winded. I'm out of it. I stink. You know, I'm sweaty. I'm gross. I don't even know what's going on at this point. I know something's wrong. So Rebecca's holding, this comes into play later, but Rebecca's holding my keys, my wallet, and all this other stuff, okay? I had nothing in my pockets at this time. I'm just sitting in the wheelchair. So they go put me into a room. And then after a little while, Rebecca comes in and she says they wanted your card at the front desk, like my bank card. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then she says, here's everything. And she had it in a plastic bag for me. So I took the bag. The doctor comes in, they take me into x-ray almost immediately. And then they bring me back into that room. I'm sitting there, and like 20 minutes later, the doctor comes in and he says, you need to stay here. You need surgery. And that's when they told me that I had completely separated the clavicle on the right side. I broke my scapula and I'd injured a couple of ribs. I'm like, I got to stay here, you know, really? And then I'm asking him, you know, what's this going to cost? How do I pay? All this other stuff. And he said altogether that it's going to be around $30,000. This is like my first day. So I just found out I've got this $30,000. They kept hanging on to that $30,000. And this, they always kept telling me, but there was this $30,000 surgery, he said, that I had to have, and I had to become like a patient there. I had to stay there. So I stayed. You know, they booked me into a room or whatever there, and I was there for like 6 days, and they didn't even get me into surgery until like 4 days later. So anyway, so I'm in the hospital, and you know, that's what's going on. And they had me on this drug drip and all this other stuff. So I was just half out of my mind half the time I was there anyway. But I wound up getting the surgery, and it was like 4 hours long. It was a major surgery. And, you know, again, at this point, I'm drugged up. You know, I'm in this foreign country. I'm in a hospital. I just had major surgery, and I'd never had surgery like that before. And it was a big deal. But in the back of my mind, I keep thinking that, you know, we'll work out something for payment. You know, when all this stuff's done, excuse me, when all this stuff's done, we'll figure something out, and I'll be able to, you know, make payments or whatever. No big deal. Okay, so I had the surgery. Next night, so the night after I had the surgery, it's about 9 o'clock at night, and I get a phone call in my room. So I pick up the phone, and it's somebody from the financial part of the hospital. It's 9 o'clock at night. Oh, and before this happened, this comes into play as well. So this is the night after the surgery, right? Next night, they give me a shot in my right shoulder that just numbs everything out. They got me on this drug drip that made me real weepy. Like I was crying a lot, you know, throughout that week at random stuff. And it's not because I'm overly emotional. It was that drug. Like I'd be crying at random stuff, even commercials and things. You know, I'm like, why doesn't he want to buy the car? It's a good deal. You know, I mean, it was really weird, man. I was just like crying a lot, real weepy. And it must have been something to do with that drug, you know. Plus, I wasn't eating a lot. Like I lost a lot. I'd already lost weight, but I mean, being in the hospital, I lost even more. I just wasn't eating right. And I was constantly thirsty. Like I was totally dehydrated. They had you on that sugar water drip or whatever, and that didn't help. But so they give me the shot. They got me on this drip, and then they gave me a pill. And I took the pill. I got all these three things are going on, right? Now I'm getting high as a kite. Like, I mean, I'm really getting high at this point. And it's about 30 minutes after I took that pill, I get that phone call in the room, and I pick up the phone, and it's the guy from the financial thing. He's like, yes, Mr. Osborne. I was like, hey, how you doing? He's like, we need payment. I was like, you need payment? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, sure. I think I can do a payment. You let me check my bank account. what do you need? He said $30,000. So we get back to this $30,000. I'm like, okay, so that's like everything, $30,000. He's like, yeah, it's $30,000. I was like, well, I don't think I can't pay that like right now, but hold on. So I got on my computer, I went into my bank account. And that's when I realized that the first day I went in and they took my bank card, they charged $2,500 out of my bank account. Excuse me. And at that time, I'd only had just over 3,000 in my bank. So I had like 500 and change left. I mean, they basically cleaned me out that first day, over 2,500 bucks. And now I'm kind of pissed, but I'm still getting high. So I'm not really too mad because I'm really starting to float, right? But I'm like, okay, I'm like, well, I'm looking at my bank. I said, you guys already took like $2,500 out. I was like, I only got like 500 left. I don't know what I can do. He said, oh, it's okay. He said, we'll just, he said, like, we'll talk to you later or something. So he hangs up with me. So now I'm kind of pissed, still getting higher though. And I'm sitting here looking at my bank account in here, and I'm just like thinking, what the hell did they take $2,500 out? I mean, I couldn't pay rent. Like I had rent coming up on the first, and I started worrying about things. So I'm freaking out. So anyway, about half an hour later or so, the guy shows up at my door, and he comes in, and this guy's like, suit and tie, and he's got all this paperwork. He's laying all this stuff out. He's like, hey, Mr. Osborne. I was like, hi. He said, I'm so-and-so from the financial department. I was like, okay. And he's like, we need payment. I was like, I know, man. I understood that when you called me earlier, but I'm telling you, I don't have $30,000. And he's like, what about your family? And I'm like, my mom and dad don't have $30,000 laying around, And then I showed him my computer. I'm like, look at this, man. Like y'all took $2,500 out already from my bank. I've got like 500 and change left. I can give you, the 500 or whatever, but like, that's all I can do, He's like, no, we need a full payment. So we keep going back and forth, man, and I'm just, like I said, I'm getting higher. Again, the pills are kicking in. I'm really starting to float. I'd never felt like that before. My years in the past have done things, but never anything like this. So I'm getting higher. So finally the guy like leaves, after a little bit, and I'm still sitting in my room, still getting higher, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm in there for a while. And then I get another phone call. And this is like maybe within an hour later or something. I get another phone call in my room, and I pick up the phone, and then it's some other guy. And he says, Mr. Osborne. I'm like, yes. He says, you need to evacuate the hospital immediately, or evacuate the premises. I'm like right now? He's like, yeah, like right now. So I had to hit the buzzer for the nurse. She came in there and unplugged all the stuff from me or whatever, and they kicked me out. So I go downstairs, and a man and a woman are down there waiting on me, and they're from that financial department again, and they keep pushing this thing with payment. And I just said, look, I said, I'm an honorable person. I can give you like $1,000 a month or something. I could probably pull that off, 500 to 1,000 a month. I mean, I'm willing to pay my bills, but I don't have that kind of money right now. And they were like, we're going to give you till March 1st. They said, we'll give you 10 weeks to pay the $30,000. And that's the last thing they told me. So I was like, all right. So I go outside the hospital. I called my friend that had taken me. I called my friend that took me to the grocery store that day. And I said, man, I told him what's going on. I said, I need you to please come get me. So he came over there and got me. And the whole process, I've been calling my parents and telling them what's going on too. And my parents are freaking out at this point because they're afraid that the hospital is going to mess with my passport or something, or somehow trap me into whatever, And I kept wondering too, what's going to happen after this 10 weeks if I can't pay this money? What are they going to do? And again, it's a different country for me. I just got through major surgery. I'm freaking high as a kite at this point. I'm feeling great, don't get me wrong, but I'm having to grapple with all this other emotional stuff that's going on. And then I called my parents, and my dad's like, you need to get out of that country now. He's like, you should just come home, get out of there. We'll figure it out later, but come home. Because they were providing me with no aftercare. They literally kicked me out of the hospital. So I went home that night, got on the computer, got an airline ticket, a one-way back here to America for the next day. And the next day I had my friends come over, help me pack a few things up. I left stuff behind. I even gave the key to the motorbike because it was still drivable. I gave that to my landlord as payment. I said, man, I'm sorry, I've got to leave, but I got to figure this out, and I don't want to be here I don't know what they're going to do, so I'm going to go. So here, and I gave them the motorbike, and I left clothes and a bunch of other stuff behind. What really sucked is I had to leave Rascal behind also. That really burned. That's one of the things I had the most trouble with for the first couple of days. I've even had a dream about him not long ago trying to find me. That sucked. But I had to leave Rascal because there's a bunch of shots you have to get for the pets before you take them. And I hadn't done anything like that. I wasn't expecting to have to, leave or travel with Rascal or anything. So I just talked to the neighbors again. There was another property there, and it was like the maid for all the homes there, and her husband did all the lawn care and stuff. Her name is Isa. And I just asked him, because they have a huge family. I'm like, guys, I hate that I've got to leave my cat here, but I do. And can y'all please help him find a home or, whatever, try to find someone that can adopt him or take him in. And if not, the good thing is I'd left Rascal's front claws in, and the 2 years I had him, he was an indoor and outdoor cat. So he could survive, so I figured maybe he'll just be like a property cat. He'll hang out because he liked staying underneath the house, and underneath the buildings and stuff there. And most of the time he was outside hanging out anyway. So anyway, man, that sucked. Like I said, I couldn't take Rascal with me. So Rascal's still in Costa Rica. I'm hoping they found a home for him or something. I don't know. Anyway, man, and this is the best of my memory of the way it all kind of played out, but that's the basics of it right there. So I came home, and then that's where I was needing help and everything, of course, all along the way, because, no aftercare, no pain medication, by the way. I'm proud of that. Like, I've taken no pain meds. I was taking ibuprofen, but you can't even take that too much because it'll mess with your kidneys or your liver. Maybe it messes with both, but you can't overdo it on ibuprofen. So I was taking ibuprofen. Over the last week, I started taking sleeping pills that my mom has just to help me sleep through the night, because, those of you who've had these kind of injuries know that when you move around, it'll hit a certain point. It feels like someone's taking a spike and shoving it in my ribs sometimes. It's crazy. So, you'll wake up, like, I'll sleep for an hour, I'm up for an hour. I'll sleep for 30 minutes, I'm up for 20 minutes. It's just been one of those processes. But each day it's gotten better. I've done it so far with no pain medication, but with all of your help, that's where the donations and stuff came in. Now, even that was hard to ask for. I had people even asking if they could donate. I appreciate everything, guys. Like I said, you guys really went above and beyond. I did a video today where I'm going to give some back as well. Like, I'm going to give $500 back to someone who's in need. And don't be disappointed in me if you're some of the people who donated. And I don't want you to think I'm just throwing it away. I'm not, because you've taken care of my needs. I've got appointments set up this week now. Monday, I'm going to get my staples out and my sutures that are on the front. I got a private care practitioner I'm going to go see on Thursday and figure out some physical therapy. And I'm probably going to look into some acupuncture and stuff like that. So it really came in, it was really needed. And it wasn't easy to ask for, but some people offered. I was like, it's a good idea. I could use it. I've been online for almost 9 years, as I mentioned in my video, and I've done everything from movies to websites to chat shows to videos, running websites and all this. And I never asked for donations or help ever before, but this was a time I could really use it, and I'm using it, and it's been great. And I even had extra. I had more, and that's why I wanted to make my video today and say, hey, let's pass this on. You guys blessed me beyond anything I ever expected. So let's give it to somebody else who's in need out there. Let's pass it on to someone else. And even with that right there, I'm only able to help one person in that video. But if, I want y'all, if you have need, leave your comments in there, leave your story, because it's a great community. There's other people out there that might be able to help you out too. At least we can give you some prayers and things like that. So, let's do it that way. Let's keep it real like that. Have it a real community where we look out for each other. We try to help each other out. I'm not hoarding all this money or anything, nothing like that. Like, I want to share and I want to give some back, and let's try to improve other people's lives from this as well. So that's where I'm at, man. So, I mean, like, I lost everything basically. Like, they cleaned me out. I lost Rascal, which sucks. Lost my motorbike, which I can deal with now, because now I'm kind of freaked out about riding those for a while. But it was the biggest issue for me was aftercare and things like that, which I've got it taken care of now, it looks like. So it's going to be okay. I'm living with my mom and dad again. I'm living with my mommy and daddy again. I'm back in my childhood home. but it's been really good because my mom's been my nurse, and it's been amazing. Like, she's been helping out a lot. I'm eating good, eating healthy. I've had my appetite back again. I've got a safe place to stay, safe place to sleep, and everything. And within the next month or so, I'll start looking for an apartment or something out here, and I'll move out. And I just plan on staying here in America now for a while. I'm going to stay at least a few years or so, because like I said, this all happened so fast, man. It was so quick, and my faith is strong, no matter what. And again, you guys know me. I'm never acting like I'm a preacher or a pastor or a priest, but I have strong faith, and I know that God's behind this. I know your prayers are all helping, and I appreciate all that and all the love and support. And I know I'm going to be okay, but I know this is part of His plan. So when things like this happen, I've said this on shows in the past, I just be like a leaf on the water, have faith in this. I have faith in the process. I trust it. I'm just going to roll with it. And there's probably other things that I'm supposed to learn that I haven't even figured out yet. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you one of them. Let me grab a drink here. I hope you guys are with me on this. I feel like I've been rambling on. One thing is that I am so fiercely independent that it's always been tough for me to accept help from other people. And I've really had to get over that, because there's no way I could have done this on my own out there. Even with the friends I had and everything in Costa Rica, it just wouldn't have been the same. I needed this, and I needed my mom and dad again. And, I forget sometimes how blessed I am, because I've got an amazing mom and dad, and they've been great, man. And I've got friends out here I haven't talked to in years that have been reaching out to me, and family I've had a chance to see that I hadn't seen in a long time. So I'm just going to do it home style for a few years. I'm going to stick out here. I'm going to spend time with family and friends. I'm going to get healthy and get back to my videos, because I've got several I want to finish up and do. I'm working on getting someone to help me build my own website still, something with good security. I'm going to need it. God knows we got this troll army, right, that comes after me. But get something with good security on that channel or on that website. I'm not going to have Google ads, so I can make all the kinds of videos that YouTube won't allow me to make. I'll probably do a Patreon. If you guys want to chip in, that's cool. And even with that, guys, I chip into people's Patreons and websites. I would never ask you guys to do anything that I wouldn't. I'm generous as well. My father is super generous, most generous guy I've ever known in my life. That's where I get it. So that's what it is. I'm working on it. I'm working on all this stuff. My videos will be back over this next week. And it's not because I got to make money, or whatever. It's because I got to make videos. This is my life's blood, not financially so much, but just creatively. I've really missed it. I've missed being able to function and do this stuff. So like I said, we're getting better. Did all that make sense? Let me see what we got here. Let's see how you guys are doing in here. New World Agenda, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here, Jeff. Let's see what else we got. I just want to make sure you guys are sticking with me. And, Victoria Bell, how are you? And make sure that I'm making sense. and let's see what we got here. I'm going to scroll down. But yeah, man, Rascal, that was a rough one, man. Not having Rascal, that was a rough one. Rascalgate 2017, exactly, Jordan. Rascalgate. Yeah, somebody said, was the operation in Costa Rica? Yeah, it was in Costa Rica. And I'm going to get other pets. Like, once I get settled in here, I'll get like probably a dog, and I'm going to get another cat, just because I love my pets. You know what I mean? I still see a couple of people talking about the drama channels that are talking about all this drama. Guys, don't even pay attention to that, and don't even bring it my way. I don't care. Its intention is everything. It's just like with Illuminati symbols and all this stuff we always talk about. It's the intention that makes these things evil and wicked. It's the wicked intentions people put on these things. And it's, you are your focus. You are what you look at and what you focus on. I'm not focusing on stuff, these knuckleheads, and stuff like this or whatever. And you don't worry about it either. People have been trying to, quote, expose me. KJ's exposed. They've been trying this for like ever. So and it's not just me; it's other people on here as well, guys. Like I said, it's part of it. When you see all these people coming against you, you're doing the right thing somewhere. Right. So, someone said, "Don't buy meth." Hey, thanks. Good tip. I'll make sure. And that's Checkpoint. Just don't buy meth. That's all I ask. Okay, I'll try not to buy it. But if I can get it for free, would that be all right? Let's see what else we got in here now. Angel at his feet. How are you, Angel? Good to see you. Martin says, how much longer do we have to wait till the end? You mean the end of the show? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do an hour or so tonight. Or you mean the end of the world? That I'm not sure of either. I'm still waiting to see if Trump actually makes it into the presidency. That's just me. We'll see what happens. And if he does, then it's going to be interesting. See what happens. But even with that, that's another thing I don't sit here and focus on. Obviously, the videos I do and the things I show, we're watching for things like this. But I don't live my life like that. Don't live your life in fear of all this stuff and freaking out or whatever. Excuse me. It's good to be aware of all this stuff, but at the same time, we have to live. You know what I mean? Hi, Miriam from Montreal. Let's see here. Shauna Wolf. What else we got down here? Going on down. I'm just checking the chat, just saying hi to folks. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. The chat's acting really weird. Hold on. Looks like it's freezing up on me here. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't know if I like this new chat format. It's acting really weird. Hold on. All right, can you guys hear me? Samuel Castro. All right. This chat just keeps blanking in and blanking out. So let's see. Yeah, seriously, man. Thanks for praying for Rascal. Somebody said they'd pray for Rascal. Hi, Genocide Angel. And Isaac, the Apocalyptic Cookbook. How are you? And Andrea says, do you think God brought you back to the States for a reason? Yeah, man, totally. I just don't know exactly what it is. I don't know fully what it is. Yeah, probably part of it so I could spend time with my family, seriously. Because, I left, America, or I left my home when I was like 19-ish for the military. I left pretty early. And then from there, I never moved back until a few years ago. I came back because Dad had been sick. And he got better. And then I left. I went to Central America. So now I'm back here. Back home, but this time it's different. When I was back home last time, it was killing me, man. I was like, I got to go somewhere. I got to leave. I got to go far away. And it was Costa Rica, and that's how all that stuff happened. But I had it, man. And like I said, I had 2 years there of just an amazing time. There's no regrets except for Rascal. The only regrets I have, like I said, that's it, Rascal. Nothing else. I mean, I had a wonderful 2 years, man. And I did some strong work while I was out there. Some of the strongest work I think I've done. It's on the channel out there. And made some great friends. I saw some beautiful things. I had some wonderful experiences. And it was great, man. It was great. No regrets. I had 2 great years there. But now it's time to be back here. I don't know what God's plan is, but I'm rolling with it, man. I'm literally, like I said, I'm being a leaf on the water about it. I'm just going to go with the flow, and we'll see where it takes us. And, we'll do it from there. So I'm trying to enjoy more time with friends, more time with family here, and it's making the best of it, And let's see what else we got here. I'm going to scroll down some more in chat and see what we got. Laddie Meadows. Hi, Laddie. Says, am I switching over to Minds? I kind of did, but with minds.com, you can go check out in fact, if you go to minds.com, look at my name, KJ Osborne there, you'll see videos there that you'd never see me do on YouTube, or at least that I haven't been able to do on YouTube in a long time. So, but that's basically been a place for me to cut my teeth for the kind of videos I'm going to do on my website. But I will be uploading more to Minds soon, for sure. I like minds.com, but no, I mean, I'm going to keep my YouTube, I'm always going to have my YouTube as long as they'll have me. But ultimately, what I'm going to have is my YouTube and then my own website, and I'll have different things on my website for you. For a long time, I didn't want to make a website because I'm like, what's the point? I'm just going to have YouTube videos there, But now it's like, oh, okay, I can go there. Don't put Google ads on there. I can do whatever kind of videos I want using clips from music and movies and TV shows, and show you a whole new kind of a thing that I've been wanting to do. And that way it'll give you another reason to go check out the website and see what's there. So I'll have my YouTube, my website. I can do maybe new shows there. Maybe I'll do a few shows a week, like live chats or something like that on the website. We'll see. I got ideas. We'll see how it plays out. Still scrolling down here. Ian, what's up, Ian? And sorry guys, it keeps freezing up on me here, so hold on. Sorry guys, this thing keeps freezing up on me. Timothy Skaggs says it's so hard to monetize the truth. I don't know if you're real or if you're a troll, but we're living at a time right now. I don't see why so many people have so much hatred towards that. I mean, look at how much you paying, bud, for your cable every month to poison your mind. How much garbage do you pay for every month to put in your body and kill yourself with McDonald's and crap like this? I see people, you're willing to pay to kill yourself. You're willing to pay to destroy your freaking mind. But how dare somebody that has a different viewpoint outside of the mainstream media ask anybody for help or a Patreon account or for donations or something so they can keep it going and they can keep investigating things and bring you a fresh perspective. How dare they? How freaking dare they? It makes me sick that so many of you people shame people for asking for help. There's a girl named Crystal Clay on YouTube I donated $150 to about a month ago. And it's her, and I think it was her husband or her boyfriend, I'm not sure, and they have a child. I think it was her husband, and they needed assistance to move out of their house. I sent them $150. And they eventually took that video down because I think it's because people were shaming them. I saw people shaming, how dare you ask for money? How dare you? I mean, it's sickening to me. So screw that. All right. I help people. There's several websites that my money goes, it's not a lot, but every month automatically drawn out. And I give some of these people a little money. And on there, I notice on the websites, they have other people donating as well. And I think we're all helping to keep them afloat. All right. So as I said, I would not ask anybody to do anything for me that I wouldn't do for somebody else. So I always, I question you fools, you idiots, jerks that come around and how dare you have ads on your video, eh? Can't trust you. I mean, dude, really? Come on. And it's always these freaking ghost channels. That's why I just don't trust it. It's because you don't know who these people are, if they're even that person. So I think people need to get over that. You should be willing to help people out, even if it's just $5 a month, $10 a month, 15, 20, whatever you can afford. But if you like somebody's perspective and you trust them and they're trying to do it on their own, why not donate a few bucks? Give them a little in their Patreon, maybe a one-time donation of $50 or $100, whatever you can afford. Nothing wrong with it, man. That's charitable. It's being generous. And we're living in a time where Twitter's censoring people, Facebook's censoring people, YouTube's censoring people, right? We've been using the beast to expose the beast for a long time. We've been riding that dragon's back, but it's starting to reach around and bite back at us, all right? So, if you all keep that crap attitude, well, I ain't going to help anybody, they're all shills. Well, sooner or later, they're all going to go away, and all you're going to have is all this filtered BS news and, videos on YouTube. I'm sure Flat Earth and stuff's still going to be there. They seem to never get messed with. I'm just saying it's an observation I've made. The hoax-tard videos never seem to get messed with. They get all their views, and they don't ever get jacked with or suppressed. You're going to have stuff like that. That's all you're going to have. And then you're going to have whatever the CNN wants to tell you, whatever MSNBC wants to tell you. And then all these independent voices are going to be, they're going to be gone. They're going to have to go get a gig, go get a job at Best Buy or whatever, or flipping burgers or something or whatever it is. I'd rather try to support these independent voices and try to help these people out, but that's me. That's me. All right, let's jump over here to the chat and see what's going on here. And I'm going to refresh it, so give me a second. This thing's been acting real goofy. Hold on one sec. It keeps cutting out. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Okay, I'm back. Guys, like I said, on my end, it keeps cutting out and acting really wacky. This chat thing keeps saying no response. So let me jump back here and just check chat and see what you guys are saying here. And I know, and even the flat earth thing, guys, like I said, it's, you know, I've mentioned this before. There's some people who are into flat earth who I actually respect and like. So I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying there's a large percentage of that community that they're the hoax jerks, the hoax idiots. You know, everything's a hoax, nothing's real, you know, and all right. So we know who these people are. It's the usual suspects. And they play their games and they do their things and they do their this and that and whatever. But like I said, it is what it is. But there are people who investigate flat earth, just a handful of them. They're people that I greatly respect. I think they do great work in other things as well. And I don't mean to clump everybody into one thing. It's just that, like I said, that community has been the most vicious and cruel that I've seen since I've been on YouTube, aside from some of the religious people that claim to be Christians. And even that I question sometimes if they're really Christian channels, you know, if they're just something else, like that lady. You're filth. KJ, you're filth. I'm filth. Okay. And then shielded the sun being shady and backstabby and like kind of weaselly. And again, that was, out of all of this, has been the biggest disappointment. It's a guy that's got some real gifts, but he forgot. You know, he should come to me as a man, step up one-on-one, come to me privately, or you can show your balls, pardon the expression, Miguel, and change the title of that video to KJ Osborne shilling for dollars. At least that way, you know, you're being honest and you're not being shady like that or passive aggressive. And that's a quality in people that makes me really angry. People that get passive aggressive, they want to get a dig, but they want to come off nice. You know, they don't want to seem like a just. Anyway, I won't keep rambling on that. Scrolling on down here. Run to Christ, you got a Patreon and no one loves you on it. Well, man, let us know this stuff, guys. Let us know. I like donating to you guys. I like giving some money out. Nicholson 1968, amazing website. Check it out. Casey Into the Stars got a new website. Check it out. Just a couple off the top of my head. I've been trying to get Jeff C to get something like that going, maybe get a Patreon account because I like Jeff C's work. It's New World Agenda. All of you, man, any one of you. At least I'm working on a website, guys, and this may be our future. I mean, hopefully YouTube chills out. Like I said, it's been a little while since I've just made videos. I've been dealing with this stuff, but you know, I'm going to keep putting my stuff up there no matter what. It's what we're going to do. But you know, if it keeps getting bad and bad and bad, I mean, you know, sooner or later, we're all going to have to start finding new avenues. And it wouldn't hurt to have your own websites, advertise it on YouTube, say, hey, I got a website up, guys, I got a Patreon. If you like what I'm doing, please donate what you can, you know. And man, you get enough of us throwing $5 in, $10 in, $1 in, you guys can make it. You can make it work, man, you know, and you can keep, you know, maybe you can just focus on your work, you know, focus on sharing your truth. We may not all agree with each other all the time on these things, but it's good to have more of these independent, real voices out here, because YouTube, even with this hoax community and all this, it's becoming a real toilet bowl. You know, I mean, disgusting, some of this stuff, and just completely idiotic. You know, cartoon X-rays and stuff like this. Really, fake injuries. Some of these knuckleheads are saying I never even lived in Costa Rica. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, like, and that's the idiocy. You know, they've really tried to infiltrate the real people on here, and this is what they do, and they cause division and hatred. And I see some of y'all falling for it. Like I said, I've had people that were subs turn on me. One of them was called Insanity is Sanity. This jerk really brought the claws out, and we've been friends on here for a long time, but this kid fell for the whole fake X-rays hoax event. You know, KJ's trying to get $30,000 and all this. Nah, KJ's running away from $30,000. In fact, Kang, I can't remember the full name, Kang, I'm sorry, but she's one of my subs here. And I think Richie from Boston too, but they were talking about getting a GoFundMe going under that video. And that's why I put that message up and said, no GoFundMe. Don't do a GoFundMe, because I'm not planning on dealing with this $30,000. I'm leaving, you know, I need to get out of here. And that's what happened, but I'm rambling. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to jump down just a little bit more and see what happens here. Oh, Liam. What's up, Liam? Good to see you, man. Liam XML. Nice to see you, sir. And see what else we got here. Hi, Rock Cervantes. First time from LA. Sweet. I used to live in LA. I started in Burbank and I ended up in Montrose. Loved Montrose. Burbank was pretty cool too, but loved Montrose. All right. Sorry, guys. It's acting jumpy again. Hold on. Can you guys even hear me? Hold on. I'm sorry. Dang, man. See, this keeps going blank, for like, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds at a time. I don't like this new chat thing. It just keeps cutting out. Oh, Kanga Kong. That's it. Thanks, Shauna Wolf. It was Kanga Kong. And I appreciate that. Kanga Kong's her name. And thanks, Kang, for trying that, like I said. All right, I'm going to go ahead and somebody just asked something. Are you going to pay the hospital? I wanted to. Like I said, I told them I'll work out payments, but they won't accept it. I was going to give them $1,000 a month. I think I could pull that off, $500 to $1,000 a month, but they weren't having that, man. They said you have till March 1st to pay us $30,000. That's it, $30,000. I'm like, dude, I don't got that. So they weren't having it. So, I didn't know what else to do, and I already told this story earlier, what happened. But like I said, my family was worried. I started getting worried. What are they going to do? Could they mess with my passport and everything else? And it's like, I just need to bail. But the thing is if I don't ever take care of that, I can never go back to Costa Rica. And it's probably something I'm just going to have to accept. But if there's something I can figure out, I've thought about calling the embassy out there in Costa Rica and talking to them. I just want to give it some time. I want to finish healing and just get settled in here. But I'll probably call the embassy and tell them the situation and say, look, man, I do want to be responsible. I want to be a good man about this, and I want to pay, the things I have to pay. You know what I mean? I don't want to just run, but what can I do? And maybe the people at the embassy can talk to the hospital and see if we can't work something out. I don't know, man, but I'm willing to try anything like that. I want to be honorable and I want to do the right thing. They were just, I believe it was gringo pricing me. You know what I mean? They look at the white guys out there and white women and they think we're rich, and we're not, all of us, So I felt that's what they were doing. Plus I felt they kept me in the hospital longer than they needed to. Like I could have had that surgery probably sooner, but I feel like they were just letting the days go on just to kind of up the bill. I mean, that was my attitude. Maybe I'm paranoid. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I want to do the honorable thing. I'd like to do the right thing, but like I said, they really didn't give me, a whole lot of choices there. Okay, we're back. Sorry, guys. Like I said, it keeps, on my end, it just keeps like blanking out for like several seconds at a time. So sorry if you can't hear me. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to scroll back and see what we got. I'm just reading some of your comments here. Hey, Mia. Good to see you, Mia. How are you? Yeah, Michael. Yeah, they kicked me out, man. Kicked me straight out. Evacuate the premises, Mr. Osborne. Like now? It's like, yeah, like now. Jay Meeby, I wish they meant 30,000 pesos. No, they meant $30,000 US, 30,000 American. Sucks. Sucks. Like I said, I want to do the right thing. We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll call the embassy sometime and just see what they say, just to try to keep it on the cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tina, I know. I'm going to tell them they took the 2,500 from me unauthorized. I tried to tell my bank. Crap. It's doing it again. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's back. It's stupid. Is it the chat thing? I don't know. But like I said, it just keeps kind of like, going dead for a little bit and then coming back. So sorry about that. Let's see. Just going to scroll down a little bit more and see what we got her. David Sloan. No, I didn't go by ambulance. Somebody took me there. Thanks, Cali Life. I appreciate it. It is good to be home. Like I said, it's good to be around mom and dad again, man. I can be such a loner and I can isolate myself for a long time. And spend time here and there with friends and whatever. But I mean, I like having a lot of time alone. I think all the time, and I'm working on videos and I'm researching and I'm writing, and it's the way I get. Sometimes I forget, like I've got this amazing family, and I've got these great friends here that I haven't seen in years. So I think that's part of it. Yeah, man, I know New World Agent. I agree. They kicked me out. I don't owe them. That's my attitude too. We'll see. Like I said, I'll call the embassy sooner or later and see what happens. Okay, let's see. Scrolling on down here. Anti-NWO Canada. Good to see you, my friend. Dusty Blutify, what's up? You're going to ask a friend in Costa Rica if they have any insight for me? Thanks. That'd be a really cool thing. I appreciate that. All right, still scrolling down here. Sorry, man. God, this chat is acting... Sorry, guys. This whole thing just keeps jumping around and being goofy. I really don't like the new chat thing they got going. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Thanks, Allison. Glad you're home for Trump. Yeah, right. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. We'll see if Obama lets it go, right? Because it's obvious, man. I mean, even John McCain's been beating the war drums. You can see that. And they're being right out in the open with all this stuff about Russia and the hacking and that. And you can see they're trying to target Russia, and that's part of the narrative. They keep building this narrative that Russia, we got to get Russia. It's like, again, I'm watching it day by day. We'll see how it goes, But I'll definitely be a lot happier having Trump in there than Obama or that witch, Hillary. Again, I'm not a Trump worshiper or anything, but I'm saying out of the three, I'll take Trump. We'll see what happens, We'll see what happens. Okay, still going to scroll down here just a bit. And Sandra, hi Sandra, I'm doing good, thanks. Thanks, Lorraine. Let's see, still scrolling down here some. Days of Noah, good to see you too. Let's see here, let me go back a little bit and read your message. Where are you? Yeah, Tina, exactly. I probably did pay their whole salary for that $2,500. Who knows? Oh yeah, Crystal. She says, "What happened to your girlfriend?" So I kind of had this kind of like an on again, off again kind of girlfriend out there. She's much younger than I am. Didn't speak any English, but I learned some Spanish, so we got along well. She had a child, still does. Cute little guy named Andy. He's about 1.5 years old. That was a tough one too, man. I had to send her a big message and tell her, guess what? I'm back in America. The whole thing. So there was a few people I had to do that to. I just bailed, like I said, and I had to send some texts, do my Google Translate and send text to 3 of my Costa Rican friends the next day, or then over the next few days, and say, I love you guys. You were amazing out there to me. Thank you for everything you did. I had to go. I kind of gave them the basics of what's going on. And I said, hey, if there's ever a time in the future I can come back, I will. Because I know me, and maybe after a few years, if we're all still here and the world's still around, in a few more years, I could look at maybe Nicaragua moving to, or perhaps Peru. I've thought of places like that. So it's not the end of my travel. But as I said, I think that God wants me here now, and I'm going to be here, and I'm making the best of it. It's been good. And I get to hang out with my mom and dad. Yeah, Samuel, I know the chat is weird. It just keeps kind of going in and out, doesn't it? All right, let's see here. Still scrolling down some. Life of Cal, how you doing? Good to see you. David Sloan, he says there's a guy calling me a shill on YouTube. Sheesh, yeah, right. Welcome to the show. They've been calling me a shill, some of these people, for a long time, but it's usually the people calling me a shill that's the shill. I don't know. They when they say shill, I think they're trying to say that I don't know, that you're fake, you're not real, you're lying about things, you're trying to get money, you're trying to get sympathy, you're looking for attention. I don't know, man. And honestly, I can't be bothered. Like I said, I'm never going to be a guy that starts making these attack videos and fighting with these people and arguing in comment sections. It's easier to block them. And then it's more fun for me to just focus on my videos and think about, making some killer videos for you guys and sharing some real truth and insights that I see, something that's unique, different perspectives you won't find anywhere else, with stuff I've been doing for years. As long as I stay focused on my work and what I do, it's going to be fine. There's always going to be people who don't like you, who call you a shill, who try to, That's just part of it, man. It is what it is, and we don't give them attention. I don't. You don't. Let them do what they do. Whatever, right? It is what it is. K Smalls. K Smalls actually called me the other day and actually got to say hi to my mom. So it's nice talking to you the other day, K Smalls. There you are, Days of Noah. Don't let bumps in the road stop you. Keep bringing the truth. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, Days of Noah. I do. You're awesome. All right, guys. Gangrene Films says KJ's a Russian spy. And again, it's cutting out here. Hold on. Dang, man. See, it just did it again. It keeps cutting out like that and then coming back. So I'm sorry it keeps going dead. It's just the way it is. Thanks, Dean. I promise you guys I've got some awesome videos coming, man. I'm just excited to get them done here. Brother Tris, I'm all good. So he's asking about when they hacked my social media. It's all good, man. It's all come back around. I changed passwords and everything seems to be cool, Thanks for asking. And that's that. Let's see, guys. All right. You know what, guys? Here's what I'm going to do, man. Chat's just acting goofy, and I'm sorry about that. It seems to be all over the place, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night now, guys. Like I said, I've been going to bed early here lately. Still feeling a little bit weak and a little off, but I mainly wanted to do just kind of a shorter catching up with KJ tonight with you guys, just to give you relevant truth. Good to see you, relevant truth. 519, how you doing? Yeah, I just wanted to do a short one tonight just to give you guys an idea of everything that's been going on, where I've been. I know this isn't a typical catching up with KJ, but I don't know what a typical one is, right? They change every week. But I promise you, let's see. Oh, Pokey says that someone's running around saying there's a picture. I can guarantee you there's no pictures of me anywhere. So if you see someone saying they got a picture of me, it's bogus. So you can run with that. All right. There's no pictures of me out there. But I want to go ahead and call it a night, guys. Like I said, and you're probably a troll for all I know, just trying to get that out there. I don't know. Just these trolls. What are you going to do? Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to kind of do this tonight, man. Just get you guys up to date on what's going on. Again, thanks for everything, you guys. Thanks for being here. Next week, we'll be back on target with more of the regular kind of catching up with KJ shows. I'll have guests lined up and whatnot. I'll have some videos coming up this week. And I don't know what else to say, man, but just thank you all so much. I just wanted to let y'all know what's going on and how things are going. And I'm getting better. Things are good. It's coming around, okay? I'm doing better. I'm feeling good. God bless you guys, man. Thanks again just for the love, the support, the prayers. And I'm going to keep working on getting better, and we'll be just fine, okay? So sorry I got to cut this one short, man. I'm feeling like it's going to be time to go to bed here in the next hour or so and get a little something to eat here and go ahead and get ready to go to bed. So take care, guys. More videos on the way. I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you later.